Empoleon just... Shadow Empoleon took out the Dragonite and grabbed 2 shield from the Whiscash and then knocked out the Skarmory. If that's not an OP Pokemon, I don't know what an OP Pokemon is. Can Wiggle charm down this Bastiodon? He got denied. Oh my, the game robbed him actually. We're still going for the charm all the way down. Once they bring in Trev, we're just going to Icy Wind and then farm all the way down. They did swap to Trevenant. The Trevenant is gone at this point, and Wiggles is charming the Bastiodon all the way down. Hello and welcome everyone again to another video, and today's video we have rank 1 battles. Rank 1 battles using the team you guys suggested. Someone in the chats, someone in the comments on the last video asked me to make a video about the Goodra, Empoleon, Wigglytuff team, and I'm like, I don't play rank 1 teams because I feel like that doesn't give them like an actual showcase, because me using a team that I don't have experience with usually doesn't end up the way that team does actually perform, because I'm gonna play it without experience. I don't know how to handle the core breakers or the tough matchups, where like the owner of the team usually, most of the time, play it better because they are more experienced with the team. And today's video we have some battles submitted to the channel by a friend to the channel. His name is MEMIGRR. There is like multiple videos on the channel using his teams. In fact, if you guys know the Shadow Dragonite team I use in Ultra League, in fact it's actually his and I stole it from him, and ever since like season 11, which is like 2 years ago, I've been using that team in Ultra League, and guess what? It's very successful. He makes some decent teams, actually very good teams, and some decent fast move pressure, which like kind of fit my playstyle. So without further ado, enough yapping, let's just go and start watching these amazing battles using a rank 1 team at the top of the leaderboard. The top of leaderboard, you can see it here, MEMIGRR 3269, number 1 on the leaderboard. So let's go and watch these battles. Okay, let me just make the speed 1.5, and now moving to the first battle number 1. This is an actual decent matchup for Empoleon, similar for the same reason why it's decent matchup for this Skarmory, because the Steel Wing does a lot. Mimi here going for the Mimi here actually going for the insane call, and he actually called a bait. There was a lag there, but I think that was a visual lag. Now he's activating the gamer boost. He's gonna boost his MMR. So let's see. Calling 2 baits. Opponent doesn't have. I'm assuming opponent has Shadow Ball. Going here for the Swift. Is Swift. Okay. I am using Wiggly, and I actually do run Swift for one simple reason. You get the Swift to 1 charm less than Icy Wind. So it makes me these matchups like this, like against Sand Slash, you throw the opponent off guard because they would always anticipate you having a Icy Wind or the other move. We see that Memi here is like double calling on another fighter in the back, or like a Gligar, and he knows that, like, okay, if he's bringing that thing, that must say something. He's undercharging because he wants us to farm down with his Gudra so he can have another move, and opponent just top lefting because they have no play. Something to mention here, the team has some insane fast move pressure. We have Steel Wing from Shadow Empoleon, and if you're asking, can this team work with no Shadow Empoleon? No, you actually need the Shadow Empoleon, because this is a very heavy weighted toward fast move of a team, and basically Wiggly is there for like those Annihilate in the back. I myself don't have a Shadow Empoleon, so I can just watch these battles and enjoy them just like the way you guys are doing. We see that he has Hydro Cannon on the right side, which means he used an Elite TM. Okay. Opponents going straight Water Pulse. I think they win the 1 shield as a Mantine, straight Aerial Ace, and they win the 0 straight Water Pulse. No, they don't. We see that Memi is shielding here. Since they shielded, so there is no point of calling that. I'm assuming that they get to move faster because Empoleon takes 6 seconds while Mantine takes 5 seconds. I'm actually like... I'm stuttering, like I'm trying to speak, but then I read the moveset in Spanish, and then I'm like get confused. Am I saying stuff correct? Am I saying stuff? Am I saying everything correct here? So they brought in Annihilate. They did not shield because they know that Memi has a Wigglytuff in the back, and they are trying to get rid of their Annihilate. So what's the play here? Well, we have to go Wiggles, right? And the Wiggly will be able to do some decent charm damage with no shielding here. And that was a Night Slash, and they give the boost, which is doing like actually some damage because of the like the wing, the counter did some decent amount of damage. But like here, if they throw a dig, they win. But then Memi is going like, no, that's an aerial ace. You didn't even build up for it. So all I see, I think we're just gonna throw a move and then swap out. And Memi is not throwing because he's anticipating a catch happening at any point. So once he get to 2 moves, he can just go straight drill pick. This is actually the way it's supposed to play it. You just go straight to drill pick because you know if they catch, it still does KO. And we still even have Wiggles to finish this game. Empoleon. I made a video about Empoleon in the Fantasy Cup. I called him the king of Fantasy Cup. I think Shadow Empoleon is an actual king. Look at this matchup here. Oh my, that did so much damage. Opponent swapped a grass into a water, but guess what's happening here? The water is doing neutral damage and the grass is doing resisted damage. We swapped into Gudra. This is actually not a comfortable matchup for Gudra, but we saw that Memi chipped them before the swapping to the Gudra, which is actually the way to play it. We're gonna see that Memi is going to shield here. Honestly, for one simple reason, which is maintaining the alignment. Thunder Punch still doesn't KO, so maybe we will see him like throwing 2 moves back to back. As you can see here, opponent's going for the extra. He knows that they know that they have to go for the extra because it's going to be a CMP. Memi is like, no, I'm not going to shield. We see a Shadow Vic, and now he is regretting not doing that. But to be honest, we have a Swift. The Swift does KO, I'm assuming. It does KO. Opponent went for the fast move farm down, but they didn't do it. And now, I think they made a huge mistake by not throwing a charge move. And now, look at this penguin. Is about to farm down. Okay, the Carbon going for the bait. But it doesn't matter. That Carbon is about to be cannoned by a Hydro. Okay, moving into the next one, we have, I think that's Jonathan Kelly. Yeah. Do you guys know who's Jonathan Kelly? Jonathan Kelly is the guy who plays Dribble Charm. We see that Jonathan Kelly is throwing a charge move, which means he doesn't have an answer for this. So I'm assuming he's gonna bring in his own Gudra, like you guys just saw. Usually when you see a Lantern and a Dragon, you expect another Dragon in the back. So I'm assuming that Memi is just going for the Empoleon here and no shielding it at all. Maybe we're shielding. Maybe there is an actual play. Because to be honest, if we farm all the way down, a Hydro Cannon does a lot from Shadow Empoleon. So he got denied there. So rep Jonathan Kelly. Now he's gonna swap out. If they stay in, it's a Guzzlord in the back. So we see that he lost the lead. He lost the swap, but he's simply going to win this if they have a Guzzlord. So let's see. He's going for the Swift CMP actually, which is actually a good play because now you can just deny them, right? From saving the shield. So we're just gonna shield again, and this Wiggles, oh my, it's a Guzzlord in the back, and Memi takes the game, and that was a GG. He's showing that he beat Jonathan Kelly. Okay, guys, Jonathan Kelly and Memi is like two of the most toxic leaderboarders. They always run stuff like charm, like double charm teams. So, if you don't know, like, that was actual, like, BM from idols, like, oh, I beat Jonathan Kelly, the guy who was on double shot. Moving to the next game, we see that the opponent saves swap Registeel. This is actually a bad matchup for Gudra. In fact, in the past, if you're on Shadow Dragonair, it's not as bad, but it's still a bad matchup. We see that Memi is shielding because he want to throw, like, 2 more charge moves and put them as low as possible. This still doesn't KO. But the thing is, do we want to double shield? Well, Memi is like, okay, we already used the shield, so let's just use another one. Opponent aggressively swapped to Annihilate, so the opponent is just like get a huge advantage by getting 2 shields down, but then they threw everything out now by swapping that Annihilate. Now it's going to be like, what is next? Okay, this is going to be like in a tough situation because we're going straight for the Swift. We're not even considering the going for the icy one, but maybe the Swift is actually going to cook for us. So let's see. We're seeing that he has to go for this, and we see him both opponents trying to catch here, but the Gligar has to throw a dig here, and they throw a dig. I don't think they can make it. Memi is throwing. This is actually a 5-head play, guys. Look at this. Throwing on 1 HP Pokemon, so this will KO through the shield if they decide to shield. This is a 500 IQ play. Look at that. Look at that. That was a Giga Brain play. Look at that. They are at 1 HP. So now, in case you're not counting, every charge move, even if every charge move when shielded does 1 damage. So you see that they are at one health, literally 1 HP. He threw the Aqua Tail KO through the shield, and Memi takes the game. Well played. That was a nice game. Let's be honest. The battles aren't in the exact order that was submitted. I don't know why, because I didn't know how to. I didn't know like the order of the battles, but hey, it doesn't matter. So opponent is leading a Vig. They swap into a Trevenant. Usually when you see a Vig and Trevenant, you expect a Mandibuzz in the back. So this is kind of a good news for us, because we should be able to get to a second move here, which we just did. They are extremely low, and I think we just go Wiggles, because we don't need to shield. That's just as simple as that. And that was a Shadow Ball. Opponent bringing in oh, it's a Jellicent. Oh my, what a team! What is that team? Like literally, we just double shield here. We're shielding a Surf. I think Memi is gonna catch the second Surf. This is a Surf, but we have to shield. Not like we have an option. Usually, opponent would swap here. Another Surf. Okay, Vigoroth now is switch locked. If we get to 2 Icy Winds, that would be huge. But I'm assuming since they are debuffed, we can just farm them all the way down, because they don't have Bulldoze anymore, and they are debuffed. Rock Slide doesn't KO. Body Slam is resisted, and that does nothing. And look at that. Penguin chatting here on the opponent. Well played. Moving into the next one, we have Azu into Empoleon. Shadow Empoleon actually wins this matchup, especially if the Azu doesn't have Hydro Pump, which usually they don't. And because they have to run Ice Beam, and Ice Beam for the grass and the dragons, and Play Rough for the Azumir and the Gudra. And Gudra has been everywhere. Opponents swapped into Sandslash. I don't know what they are thinking, but this is not a good matchup for Sandslash. This is an actual good matchup for the Empoleon. But the thing is, they kind of outpace here. Like they swapped, not because they win, it's more like because they outpace. So they get to the move like now, so we have to swap. Maybe they are... Yeah, they get... Okay. No, maybe just Memi just doesn't care about it anymore, to be honest. So he's just calling all in, opponent weak to this. Because Wiggly, like, has a doesn't have a shield, but it will have some decent energy. We KO'd them, and now the Azu comes back. We're gonna do, like, CMP them. That was a nice counting, and a nice play as well. And if this KOs, we're cooking, okay? Opponent has a Trevenant in the back, and this Trevenant is about to be Icy Winded. We do live a Seed Bomb, but I know like it's a bad move. So, oh my, the Wiggles IV coming in a clutch here. Now just go Gudra and farm them all the way down. Well played, okay? Wiggly actually carried there. Holy good lead. Empoleon loves these lead. Look how much the Steel Wings are doing. I don't think there is a reason to throw here, so we're just going to shield and farm all the way down. Usually they go to the normal type, which is either what's his name, Licky, or the Vigoroth. But since they have a Whiscash, I'm assuming it's double Mud Boys, because they are staying in and they just double shielded. That was an actual good play by Memi. He grabbed both shields, and now he's going to Gudra to soak all the energy, and then he's just going to rely on Wigglytuff in the back. No, he's just going to shield here because he's expecting that the opponent is just extremely weak. The Aqua Tail does some decent damage here. The question is, can we farm them all the way down? So that's the thing. We don't live this. Empoleon, they do have a Skarm. So we banked the move and then we swapped. So what does this mean? They have to Brave Bird here to win this matchup. So that was an actual great play by Memi. Sky Attack doesn't KO. The only reason, the only way the Skarmory can take out the Wiggles is by throwing a Brave Bird. If they throw a Brave Bird, the Empoleon has Hydro Cannon loaded, waiting on that Skarmory to Brave Bird. So they threw Sky Attack. Now they have to throw another one. Ooh. But they are almost in Hydro Cannon range. Hydro Cannon from Shadow Empoleon does a lot. Like, look at this. It does a lot. I told you guys. Oh my, taking as... Oh my. Dude, Empoleon just... Shadow Empoleon took out the Dragonite and grabbed 2 shield from the Whiscash and then knocked out the Skarmory. If that's not an OP Pokemon, I don't know what an OP Pokemon is. Well played. Okay, Lickitung. This matchup is actually in Lickitung's favor, but I'm assuming if they go straight Body Slam, Empoleon can win the 0. But here usually like you hydro cannon and dip, but usually they always shield. Are we gonna call this? I don't think there is a reason to call it, to be honest. Okay, that's a power whip. This is a huge shield because now we can just throw a move right before they get to the body slam. There is no need to undercharge. This doesn't have to KO. And upon bringing in a Trevenant. So I know that Memi was debating swapping out, but there is no point, to be honest. Like, look, we just stay in here. We put the Wiggles on the Trev, and then they go to Basti. How do we win this game? Do we? There is no way. We need 4 Aqua Tails to win this. Okay, maybe the opponent will try to catch. So let's see. Aqua Tail number 1. Aqua Tail number 2. We need 3 more. Okay, shielded. Aqua Tail number 3. We need a 4th one. So we can't catch there because it's kind of illegal. So now it's going to be a race to the charge move. Can Wiggle charm down this Bastiodon? He get denied. Oh my, the game robbed him actually. We're still going for the charm all the way down. Once they bring in Trev, we're just going to Icy Wind and then farm all the way down. They did swap to Trevenant. The Trevenant is gone at this point, and Wiggles is charming the Bastiodon all the way down. Well played, Mr. Mimi. That was a very, very nice game. I thought that game is dead. Thought that game is GG. Thank you so much, Memi, for sending us these high MMR battles, these amazing battles using your unique team. And yeah, for those people who were wondering how to play this team, now you have battles from the master who made this team. Thank you so much, Memi, for sending me these battles, and thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to click all the buttons down below, ring all the bells. It's free. Okay, remember, it's free. Peace.